Ladies and gentlemen, monsters of the Midway, faithful of the Windy City, listen to the sound of my voice. We are standing at the precipice of a revolution, or perhaps the edge of a cliff. The Chicago Bears, a franchise steeped in the glorious blood and mud of defensive history, have forgotten who they are. But today, the winds of change are blowing from the Rocky Mountains all the way to Lake Michigan. We are talking about a move so visceral, so necessary, that it could single-handedly resurrect the terrifying soul of this defense. We are talking about violence. We are talking about disruption. We are talking about John Franklin Myers. Before we continue, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments which city are you watching this news from. Now, look me in the eyes. The reality of the situation is grim. Under the offensive brilliance of head coach Ben Johnson, this team has found a way to move the ball, found a way to score, found a way to look like a modern NFL franchise on one side of the ball. But let us be honest with ourselves. You cannot win the Lombardi Trophy when your defense is a sieve. You cannot conquer the NFC North when you are handing out rushing yards like charity. The statistics do not lie, and they paint a picture of absolute horror. Through Week 18 of the 2025 season, the Chicago Bears ranked 29th in total team defense, surrendering a staggering 361.8 yards per game. It is an embarrassment to the legacy of Butkus, Singletary, and Urlacher. We are watching opposing running backs carve us up to the tune of 134.5 yards per game. We are watching quarterbacks sit in the pocket, make a sandwich, read a book, and then throw a touchdown because we simply cannot get home. This is where the news drops like a sledgehammer. According to Bleacher Report, the Chicago Bears are not just interested, they are positioned as a leading suitor for Denver Broncos defensive lineman John Franklin Myers. This is not just a rumor, this is a lifeline. We are talking about a man who has been a cornerstone of one of the most dominant pass rushing units in the entire National Football League. While the Bears were struggling to breathe, Franklin Myers was in Denver, suffocating offenses. In the 2025 season, he appeared in 16 games, tallying 25 total tackles and 7.5 sacks. But do not just look at the sack numbers, you have to look at the violence he inflicts. Over the last 2 years, he has compiled 14.5 sacks, 44 quarterback pressures, and 14 tackles for loss. That is production. That is impact. Ben Johnson knows this. He knows that his high-flying offense is meaningless if the defense cannot get off the field. The Bears are tied with the Cincinnati Bengals for dead last in pass rush win rate at a pathetic 29%. Let that number sink into your soul. 29%. That means on 7 out of 10 plays, the opposing offensive line is stonewalling us. It is unacceptable. It is weak, and in the NFL, weakness is exploited without mercy. Franklin Myers is the antidote to this weakness. He brings a versatility that is rare in today's game. He can rush from the inside, he can bully tackles on the edge, and he has a motor that never, ever stops. He is described as perennially underrated, but let me tell you, there is nothing underrated about a man who wrecks game plans for a living. Think about the synergy here. You have Montez Sweat, who needs help. He's been fighting a lonely war in the trenches. Adding a disruptor like Franklin Myers changes the mathematics of the offensive line. They can no longer double team everyone. They have to pick their poison. And when you force an offense to make a choice under pressure, they make mistakes. And when they make mistakes, the Chicago Bears capitalize. This is about restoring an identity. This is about toughness. Ben Johnson might be an offensive genius, but he understands the culture of this city. Chicago demands a defense that hits hard, plays fast, and intimidates. Right now, we're the ones being intimidated. We're the ones getting pushed around. Bleacher Report projects a 3-year, $44 million contract. Some of you might flinch at the price tag. You might clutch your wallets and say, is it too much? I say to you, what is the price of victory? What is the cost of irrelevance? We have the cap space. We have the need. The window is open right now. We cannot wait for a rookie to develop 3 years down the line. We need a grown man, a mercenary who has proven he can survive and thrive in the trenches. Franklin Myers is that man. He has played 16 or 17 games consistently for years. The best ability is availability, and this man is an iron warrior. He shows up, he puts his hand in the dirt, and he goes to work. That's the Chicago way. That's what we've been missing. Imagine the scene at Soldier Field. It's cold. The wind is howling off the lake. The opposing quarterback drops back.
He sees Sweat on one side, he sees Franklin Myers on the other. The pocket collapses, the panic sets in. The sack is inevitable, the crowd erupts. That is the vision Ben Johnson has for this team. It's not just about scoring 30 points, it's about stopping the other team from scoring at all. This potential signing is the first step in fixing a broken unit. It is a declaration of war against mediocrity. We are tired of being 29th. We are tired of being the team everyone wants to play against to pad their stats. No more. The pursuit of John Franklin Myers is a signal that the front office is finally waking up from their slumber. But the battle is not won yet.
We are deep in the trenches now, analyzing the very soul of this potential acquisition. The financial commitment of $44 million over 3 years is substantial, yes, but let us contextualize this in the modern NFL economy. The salary cap is exploding. Quarterbacks are making $60 million a year. To pay a premium defender, a proven disruptor, an average of roughly $14.6 million per season is not just reasonable, it is a steal for the value he brings. We are talking about a player entering his prime at 29 years old with plenty of tread left on the tires. This is not paying for past performance, this is investing in future dominance. The market for elite pass rushers is ruthless. If the Bears do not pay him, someone else will. Do you want to see him in a Dallas Cowboys uniform? Do you want to see him terrorizing Caleb Williams instead of protecting the lead Ben Johnson has built? Let us speak about the competition. The report lists the Dallas Cowboys as a potential suitor. Of course they are. They always are. But look at their roster. They are heavy. They have Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, Osa Odigizua. They are paying top dollar for talent already. Their cap situation is a nightmare compared to ours. Chicago is the logical destination. We have the need, we have the money, and we have a head coach in Ben Johnson who is building a culture that players want to be a part of. But we cannot be passive. The front office must be aggressive. They must attack this negotiation with the same ferocity that Franklin Myers attacks the quarterback. There is no room for hesitation. Consider the historical weight of this move. The Chicago Bears have always been defined by their defensive line. The Monsters of the Midway moniker was not earned by throwing screen passes. It was earned by Dan Hampton, Steve McMichael, Richard Dent. It was earned by crushing the opponent's will to live. For the past few seasons, we have drifted away from that identity. We have become soft against the run, ranking 27th, giving up 15 rushing touchdowns. That is 15 times an opponent danced in our end zone simply because we could not plug a gap. Franklin Myers is a scheme-versatile defender who stops the run as well as he rushes the passer. He is a complete player. He brings that heavy hand style of play that collapses pockets and clogs running lanes. He is the anchor we have been missing. If we miss out on him, what then? The drop-off is steep. The report mentions Trey Hendrickson and Jalen Phillips as alternatives. Great players, surely, but are they the right fit? Hendrickson is a pure edge rusher, expensive and aging. Phillips has an injury history that scares me. Franklin Myers offers that hybrid reliability. He has played 16, 15, 16, 17, 17, 17, and 16 games in his season since 2018. That level of durability is a superpower in a league where attrition destroys seasons. You cannot lead a defense from the medical tent. You need warriors who answer the bell every single Sunday. Franklin Myers is that warrior. Ben Johnson's offensive scheme relies on rhythm and possession. When the defense is on the field for long, agonizing drives, giving up 361 yards a game, the offense sits cold on the bench. They lose their rhythm. The defense gets gassed. It is a vicious cycle of failure. By fortifying the defensive line, you are actually helping the offense. You are giving Caleb Williams better field position. You are giving Ben Johnson more opportunities to dial up plays. Complementary football is how you win championships. It is not enough to be one-dimensional. The Detroit Lions, the Green Bay Packers, our rivals, they are building complete teams. We cannot lag behind with a bottom-tier defense and expect to compete for the division. This is a pivotal moment for the franchise. The 2026 season looms on the horizon. We are shaping the roster for the next 3 years. This contract aligns perfectly with our competitive window. In 3 years, our young core will be peaking. Franklin Myers bridges the gap between potential and reality. He brings veteran leadership to a locker room that needs it. He shows the young guys what it takes to prepare, how to study film, how to execute at a high level. His impact goes beyond the stat sheet. It permeates the culture of the building.
So I ask you, Bears fans, are you ready to embrace the chaos? Are you ready to see a defense that strikes fear into the hearts of the NFC? The addition of John Franklin Myers is not just a transaction. It is a statement of intent. It says that the Chicago Bears are done being a stepping stone. It says we are coming for the crown. It says that Ben Johnson is not satisfied with just being an offensive guru. He wants to be a Super Bowl champion head coach, and he knows that defense wins championships. The pieces are there. The money is there. The target is identified. Now, we wait for the front office to pull the trigger. We wait to see if they have the courage to make the big move. But make no mistake, if Franklin Myers lands in Chicago, the landscape of the NFC North changes instantly. The roaring of the crowd, the crushing of the quarterback, the shutting down of the run, it is all within our grasp. We just need to reach out and take it. This is the moment. This is the time. Bear down, Chicago. The reinforcement is coming, and hell is coming with him.